Elrond is actually flying over with his orbital command to take his third. I'm surprised that that not many Terran players do this, where you take off with your main and fly over to expand.
Yeah.
Whenever I watch games, it's always that they decide to build another orbital command and then take that one off. When the advantage of Terran buildings is that you can take them off and move them around the map.
Yeah, people do that, but generally it's when the gas has been mined out, because the gas mines out much slower than the actual minerals, so probably why.
So Pole is moving out with 2 tabs full of stalkers.
Yep,
they don't have blink.
Although they're killing Azuric's map pretty easily, to be honest.
Yeah, Azuric doesn't have anything.
And there goes his map.
And I think at this point, because I, with my observers, saw Pole moving into Azuric's base, I decided to move on Pole's base, but that is a lot of static defense.
Yeah, although the Zealots, the Zealots are killing all of that pretty fast, to be honest.
Yeah.
And only 1 cannon left.
So Pole does move back to stop this attack.
But does he have enough? That is the question.
Lucky Azuric got saved.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that Oil Sentries and Void Rays were at the back, because then they just got killed.
Yeah, that was a
blunder.
And I'm surprised. Okay, if I could do that again, I would have moved further into the mat and force fielded off that area.
If you could have done that again, I reckon if you just attacked with the Zealots, you probably would have won.
Yeah. I think I was just trying to focus down the nats.
Yeah.
Trying to take that out.
Well, at least you managed to get the mat. That was kind of good. And now you have DTs, and he has no detection whatsoever.
Yeah. So when I realised I had taken out all the cannons he had left, apart from 2 in his main, although I didn't see them, I thought I could possibly go some late game DT just to hurt him that little bit more.
Yeah, and you've killed quite a few stalkers already with them, and then decided to run them away for some reason.
So Azuric has now taken his third, but really it's only his second mining base, because his nat has been destroyed so many times.
Yeah, and in fairness, his main only has 4 mineral patches left.
Yeah.
Make that 3.
So...
And now...
That Azuric third is severely underprotected.
Yeah.
And now Pole is moving on life.
Yeah, but...
he doesn't have any detection.
No,
I'm not sure he knows that I have DT, but...
Well, in fairness, I'm not sure he's ever teched as far as DTs.
Doesn't know what they are.
Yeah. It's not fair on him. And now a massive walk-in of Zealots with the DTs should kill that pretty easily. Well... I mean, it takes a while for the DTs to kill. You probably should have run your probes away there, to be honest. And you just...
I think I was more...
Just focus your
He's not really focusing on my pylons.
Yeah.
Just really trying to pick up my Zealots.
Yeah, that is true.
So my nat falls. But I mean, this attack isn't going to go much further because I do have 4 DT.
Yeah. And he really has nothing. He has 120 minerals and he can't rebuild.
But that attack really did hurt. My second hadn't been established for that long. Although I do now have, how many is that? 7 DT. So that's the end of that attack.
And yeah, and then you just rage quit.
Yeah, that's sort of, I mean, maybe that was basically his entire army.
Yeah.
So. And okay, so Felron just decides to move in and just kill the static units.
Which can't do anything, can't attack, and can't just, why not?
Why not?
There's a building, it's practice.
He's not going to kill anyone else, so...
I wonder if that counts towards their kill count. But anyway, I find it funny that Azuric is just macroing up and you're just letting him. Everybody is.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure if Azuric was still being attacked. I thought he was still being attacked by Felron, but he seemed pretty out of it from the last attack, so I felt safe in leaving him to macro for a while, but that was pretty stupid of me.
Yeah.
So the only two people who've been majorly attacked was me and Azuric, really. Velron has been left alone, really, because he harassed that Zerg so much. And Paul only got attacked once by me, but all I did was take out his NAT and his static defense.
Yeah, I mean, Paul said Carcass got attacked, but I'm not sure if that really counts. Probably not. Anyway, you have +3, whereas Belron has +0, and Zurich has +2.
So I am taking my NAT back now.
Yeah.
And I believe in the not too distant future, I expand again.
Where to? Top left?
I think it's really important in free falls that if you're not being attacked, you just jump upon the time to just expand. Because if you have enough expansions, even if they do take out your expansions, like, even if they do constantly harass you, if it leads into a late game, you will just be able to out-macro your opponent.
Yeah, and just pick off a few creep tumors there.
Yep.
Although that is a lot of creep everywhere.
Yeah, that's why my observers could see it and I wanted to move in and take it out.
Yeah, you and your... If that's 6 observers? 8 observers?
Probably. I had them dotted all around the map to give me sight.
And now, here comes a massive attack by Felron.
Yeah, they really come into their own, like now, because I can instantly move my army back.
But he has 200 supply and he only has 30 SCVs.
Yeah, that's somewhat odd.
That's kind of... He just waited and just made... Those force fields weren't the greatest, were they?
No.
They kind of hindered more... His entire army can shoot you, whereas your army really can't.
No, there was a couple of seconds of latency though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that latency doesn't have all that much to do with it, to be honest.
But even so, this army is going to get destroyed purely because of the large amount of DT.
Yeah, mass DT beats an army without detection.
So there goes his army, and really he is vulnerable for an attack right now, because he does actually have nothing. He has 1 Helion, 1 Marauder, and 9 Marines.
Yeah, I mean, and 1 Marauder and a Helion, and it's just... And he's called down additional supplies on his supply depots.
Yeah. So really it's now down to me and Azuric, who has been allowed to macro for about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, and Azuric really hasn't been touched at all.
Yep,
and
he now has 43 Hydralisks.
And he is teching to... nothing. He's just getting +2. And roaches.
Yep. So, I mean, he's just massing a fairly large army. But I think if it was to come to it, he does have an overseer with his army, so my DT would be killed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could always look in some stalkers and try and snipe it, but...
So, Felron is now teching, and he's got 2 siege tanks out. Should be proud of that. Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing that isn't a tier 1 unit.
I don't seem to be producing anything at the moment. But
Warp gates for the win.
But I didn't have that many minerals. I've only got 600 and 300 gas.
Yeah.
Felron's not sitting on too many. No, sorry. Felron is. I was looking at Zurich.
Wow.
Felron is sitting on 3,600 minerals and 4,200 gas.
Yeah, I mean, gone down a little bit.
Think of all the DT you could get with that.
Yeah, I don't want to think of all the DT you can get with that. It would give me nightmares. It would give Terran players nightmares, I can tell you that much. But
So Zerg is now getting some static defense. He's got 3 spine callers out. I think that's because he's planning on moving out of his base for an attack.
yeah.
So he's making sure he does have some defense in case the other player comes for an attack while he's away.
If you look at his main, he has 11, which he could just move forward.
Yeah, that's a lot of spine crawlers.
And Felron just scanned, like, about 5 minutes after you asked, is Zerg still here? And then he said, yep, he's still here, as you saw his massive army of +3 Hydralisk Roach.
So Azurix does now have 52 Hydralisk, 22 Roaches. That's really quite a lot. I have 49 Zealots, 11 Dark Templar, and 12 Sentries.
Yeah, I think if you and Felron work together, you'd probably be able to kill him, but if you just end up killing each other, then probably not.
Yeah. So at the back of my main, there is an Overlord spreading creep. I'm not entirely sure why, to be honest.
He has a Midas network.
Yeah, but nothing ever came of it, which is odd. And I have now taken my 4th. I quite badly needed minerals.
Yeah, I mean, your third's almost mined out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 36 minutes into the game, and there's not many minerals left on the map.
The only thing that annoys me about this map is the lack of a rich mineral field. I mean, I think if they made the map ever so slightly bigger, they could fit in a rich mineral field in the middle.
Yeah. Well, talk of the devil, there goes the Midas in your main.
There was a Nidus in my main.
I find it funny that you didn't notice that there was a Nidus in your own base. Like, you forgot.
But I think it's going to get taken out before, so it doesn't actually come to anything.
And will the Overlord? No, he just about got away there. Which, kind of a shame. He'll probably do it again, or maybe not, because he unloaded all of the units from his Nidus network.
Yeah. So Nidus networks, they are good for attacking, but they're equally good for defense. I've seen people prop up Nidus networks in all their mains as Zerg, in all their expansions, and then you can literally just keep your units in the Nidus and just pop them out all over the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's very useful to be able to defend and attack at the same time without worrying about your main base.
Yeah.
But
so Felron has now got 8 siege tanks, and he has got a ghost coming out and a nuke nearly completed.
Okay, Felron officially has 21 supply depots. Of those, 4 of them have additional supplies. I'm pretty sure that you don't need that many supply depots to get.
Yep. So here is the main attack.
Oh wow,
I am trying to take out Azurix's army.
The epic force field once again kind of just stopped your entire army attacking.
Yeah, but sentries can outrange roaches.
That's true, but zealots can't outrange force fields.
And all my DT were taken out there.
Yeah.
No, they can't.
Unless they grow wings and manage to jump over. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah. And now you only have 1 mining base, which probes are being transferred to, and 2k unspent.
So Zurich is now trying to take out my 3rd.
Yeah, and there's Mutilisks in your main. And you have sentries to defend from the Mutilisks. Maybe not the best unit choice ever, but oh well.
I don't think I had that many minerals. No, I didn't. But I still managed to hold it off, I was grateful for that.
Yeah. How did you hold off his next attack? Because that is a lot of Hydralisk Roach. Good.
Force field did half of them down, but I had no unit to back it up, really. I was just trying to annoy him at this time.
Oh yeah, I see that. And then you let the sentries die as well, and then the zealots come in about half a minute later.
Yeah. So Felron has moved out to the middle of the map, with his entire army really, apart from his siege tanks.
Yeah.
He should really have taken